Oh, dear me. Right. Could I actually reposition myself so I can get him in the background? Just get random light there, and a random table there. So 3 people are tagged. Unfortunately, top_banana_guys is tagged twice. So what's been going on in the life of me? Repositioned, relocated. I'm now in Grappenhall. Hall. I don't know how many people are going to be watching this. I've not done this for months, so I am physically, mentally overwhelmed by the sheer. I'm just overwhelmed at the moment. I just want to hug the next person who comes to see me. I have no idea who's going to turn up today. I know America is up. I think they're now 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. I am now half past 3 in the afternoon. I can't remember the last time I actually physically sat in front of a computer and just randomly talked. Have you seen how bushy this has become now? This is almost, I think this is like 4 months since I moved out of Cumberland Street. I mean, I'm able to swear on here, aren't I? You know, I know you can actually physically start using the F-bomb. You have to make sure the F-bomb doesn't land within the first minute of going live. For me, I choose my words carefully. So I don't know who or what will turn up. This is live on YouTube 2. This is the one with over 1,500 subscribers. So I've been now going for just over 3. Oh, right, my first person to actually physically come in. And the chat room is open, guys. So let yourself be known. That person has just left. It's quite sad, really, because I've been working on this channel for over 17 years and I'm over 1,000 subscribers. And I get, on average, a good response on both YouTube channels. The saddest thing is, when it's hot, when it's like in this version, I don't get anybody popping in. So the idea now is I just want to sit. So the record is 6 minutes before somebody drops a comment in the chat. I also got to be very careful what I say, because I know there's a few people have subscribed to this channel over the years. Kent Street, for one, used to be an active member via playlist on this channel. So then, unfortunately, a certain person, nameless, said, can we actually come off your channel and have our own channel? So I thought, fair enough, do that. I'll sort that out for you. No problem. Clink. Done that. Happy, happy, happy. Everybody's happy, happy, happy. And then certain people said, could you remove your blogs from the channel? Well, right, I will create your own playlist. So when you click on it, you only get that information. You'll probably now and again get me advertising the local church. Well, right. So then, can you remove everything? I could actually physically do that, but it will take time. Don't forget, I think there's a good 12 years, of previous preachers from 2 separate churches. So I'm surprised now. I've actually been going for 7 minutes and no one's actually popped in to say hi. But we'll carry on. So modem is on charge. Well, modem is off charge now. So I've got 87% on there, and I've got 77% on my battery on my mobile. So I just turn off my fan. Fan is there. Probably able to hear it in the background. So I've been on TikTok for almost 7 months. And I tell you what, it is a complete and utter jungle out there. So just bear with me. I always get distracted. I always got my phones buzzing or beeping for some apparent reason. So bear with me. The saddest thing for me is I've got 3 iPhones. iPhone 6, iPhone 7, iPhone 8. I've got one which is only connected to TikTok. And I always get the same response. Can you help me with a battle? Have you ever seen a TikTok battle? It is intense. Absolutely bonkers. I was actually introduced via Shells, who's actually in Australia. I'm waiting for some sort of cash reply. Hang on. No. 0. Zap. Zip. Right, I've been now going for 10 minutes. And I don't know. I get response to say I'm live on YouTube. I'm quite overwhelmed actually. So I'm gonna make sure I can hear myself. That loops now, so I could turn that off. I can hear myself. That's good. Anyway, I've got one person. Is that person going to stay? Should I stay or should I go? I'm welcome anyway. That's 10 minutes. Is that one person staying? Should I wait? No, I'll just carry on, should I? So, a lot has been happening. No, gone. This is what happens on TikTok. I have random people popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out. So, it's quite amusing now on TikTok. I've only got one supporter. Very sad, isn't it? YouTube. The future of it's the future of social media, and it's all changed now because a certain thing called TikTok, the revolution. The revolution of TikTok, I can see. Yeah, definitely need a bit of a trim, don't I? 4 months now, because I actually said about stress, anxiety. So if you ever see me with a beard, it means I'm under the impression of stress and anxiety, which I hopefully don't have. But there is a possibility I could have mental health. I mean, I have literally discovered TikTok is absolutely full of it. So if I could actually bear 1 minute with you, I could actually physically now go onto TikTok and someone would say, live on TikTok or Froggy. Could actually physically go onto a live now and they'll say, Froggy. So the usual suspect that I get a notification from isn't actually physically online. Oh, hang on. He is. So alone, let's go. Watch what happens now. Alone, let's go, let's do it, big up F.R.O.G with us coming in. I was actually live on TikTok, but then JJ 2026 or 25. Froggy! I'm known as Froggy. If you don't understand, Froggy. So it's quite unusual now. I've been going for over 15, 16 minutes, and I've just had no response. I mean, the usual suspects have been tagged. I can actually physically come in as my other account and then physically share it. The saddest thing is, for me, I found myself on Instagram. Why? F.R.O.G on Instagram. F.R.O.G with an underscore. So I've got F.R.O.G double G underscore IE and then my date of birth, if you know what my date of birth is. So I've been now going for 17 minutes and I've had no response. It's quite sad, really. 17 minutes on YouTube going live. What is everybody doing today? Normally, I'll actually physically have send out the notifications. I just need to mute this. The other thing is, I can't go live twice. Can't go live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Everybody seems to be doing this like random battling. And it's like really sad, really, to think that TikTok is paving the way of random interaction. And the saddest thing is, it's almost like the old TikTok, not TikTok, Facebook. I randomly, a few years ago, was on TikTok, not TikTok, Facebook. I think it's like 5 years ago, I got myself hacked for something very sad, really, because it's like TikTok has become the new Facebook, and people just follow you just to boost their followers. And I've been on TikTok nearly 7 months. Jeff Carter has posted a video. Saddest thing now is I've almost been on TikTok now for 7 months and I've only got 925 followers. Usually back in the day, loads of years ago, you had to get over 1,000 followers to actually go live. So they changed it now to 50. It's the same as if you want to go live on a mobile on YouTube, you got to have 50 followers. So last couple of weeks, I've been away from my local church. And the saddest thing is, I've only had 5 responses. It breaks my heart to think, part of that community for 5 years since COVID. I am physically quite overwhelmed that I got a text message this morning at 9 o'clock saying, "Hi, hope you're well. You're settled down in your new home. We've missed you, blah, 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 blah." And then I text back about 1 o'clock this afternoon saying, "Look, I'm a bit overwhelmed at the moment, taking a break from blah, 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 blah. 5 years of service, blah, 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 blah." Um, and the problem is, I get an email from one of the elders, blah, 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 blah. Let me know, blah, 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 blah. I know you are due a break. So then I get this think of what happened this time last week. Preacher came in. I think he actually said to one of the elders, "Do you have a radio mic?" So I think they had to turn around and say, "No, it is. We've got one. It's not available yet. Our sound man is off having a break." So then I get this message saying, "When you come back, if the idea is if and when do I come back? Do I physically come back?" I've been on live now for 23 minutes and I've had no response. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Quite sad, really, to think I am now just talking to myself, which I normally do anyway. Yeah. What I'd normally do, if I go live on one of these things and I'm actually going selfie, guaranteed to get somebody in. Quite sad, really. Really, really sad. Should I actually give it another half an hour? No. I give it another 5 minutes and then I'll carry on with my day. The request has gone out. Trump. Hey. Guaranteed, without a shadow of a doubt, updating. Last seen 5 minutes. Saddest thing is, I've got so many contacts on this phone and nobody wants to react. Guaranteed now. Guaranteed now. If I go live on TikTok, guaranteed someone will see it. got a bio on TikTok. Life on TikTok. At Life on TikTok. So if you want to actually physically find me on TikTok, I'm on TikTok. So tiktok.com/@F.R.O.G 316. So my bio, support my live stream, fellowship, relationship, thanks follows. Whew. Saddest thing is, I've not watched WWE for about 3 months now. The last time I watched it was just before the European tour. They were just about to head over to Birmingham. So then the problem was, every time I wanted to watch Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, I didn't want any outside interference. I didn't want any spoilers. I physically didn't want any people to say, "Oh, did you see what happened to blah 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 blah?" I thought, thanks for letting me know. I've not watched it yet, but thanks for the spoiler. The only thing I know, Brock Lesnar's returned, and he turned up just after Cody Rhodes won back the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So I could actually physically now shut this down completely and then start watching Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and try to zip through it, as they say, zip through it, like, okay, that's, like random scanning through it. So I'm quite surprised actually. Now I've been 28 minutes. I've had a few people pop in. I could actually physically go onto my other channel, and my other channel is supposed to be going live at Kent Street tonight from about 6 o'clock. It's quite sad, really. It's like almost 30 minutes and no one's actually physically, hi, welcome. Yeah, not even top_banana_guys or even Cody 73. Everybody seems to be busy. Blog. I'm just randomly looking for cash to land in my account. The saddest thing is, I got distracted yesterday. Spent a bit too much money. That quote from what's his name? Top Gun. Your body's cashing checks. Something about your body can't cash. Right. No response at all. Right. So I'm guaranteed tomorrow morning. Ping. Right. I'm actually physically going to end this now because I've had physically no response. I had people popping in, like a game of Frogger in it. Right. I'm going to say adios, senores. And I might just physically replay this again and see if I get any response from it. Tatty bye. As I say, see you later, alligators, in a while. Crocodile.